Here's the truth about power, and it's something that we don't get taught often enough. Power isn't a pie. If she gets a slice, it doesn't mean that there's less for you. The most magnetic, successful, confident women lift each other up. They champion each other and they celebrate each other loudly, because when one woman shines, it's evidence of what's possible for you too. But here's the reframe. Comparison is not jealousy. It's desire that's actually pointing you toward your potential. When you allow another woman's success to inspire instead of intimidate you, you actually activate your next level. Powerful women use comparison as fuel, not a weapon against themselves. Welcome to the She Believed She Could podcast. I'm your host, Allison Walsh. Since 2020, this show has inspired thousands of women around the world to believe in themselves and take bold action toward the lives they're meant to live. Each episode brings you powerful conversations and practical strategies to strengthen your mindset, build your confidence and brand, grow your business, and protect your well-being, all while spotlighting stories of women who are making a difference and changing the world in their own way. I am so glad you're here. Now let's get to work. Welcome back to the She Believed She Could podcast. Today we are diving into a message that absolutely blew up on my Instagram a couple of weeks ago. And honestly, I'm not surprised. It was a simple, powerful, and true statement that said, powerful women don't fear other women shining. They turn up the lights. This landed with so many of you because women everywhere are exhausted from the quiet competition, the comparison, and the shrinking. And of course, the pressure to dim their brilliance so others feel comfortable. But powerful women know better. And if you're listening to this show, I already know that you're one of them. Today, we're breaking down what it actually means to be a woman who turns up the lights, not just for others, but for yourself too. And at the end, I'm going to share a special opportunity for those of you who are ready to step into your next level of visibility, confidence, and personal brand power. So stay with me, and now let's get into it. Here's the truth about power, and it's something that we don't get taught often enough. Power isn't a pie. If she gets a slice, it doesn't mean that there's less for you. Powerful women don't shrink when another woman rises. They actually expand. Yet for so many high-achieving, ambitious women, comparison shows up quietly. When she got the promotion, or when she grew faster than I did, or she's more confident, more visible, more successful. And it's not because you're insecure. It's because the world conditioned women to believe there's limited space at the top, or only one woman gets to shine. If someone else stands out, you must blend in, or ambition must be softened, not celebrated. But that's not the truth. The most magnetic, successful, confident women lift each other up. They champion each other and they celebrate each other loudly, because when one woman shines, it's evidence of what's possible for you too. To become the woman who turns up the lights, you have to shift your identity from comparison to collaboration, from shrinking to shining. Comparison often sounds like, I should be further along, or why does it just come so much easier for her? Or what if I'm not enough? But here's the reframe. Comparison is not jealousy. It's desire that's actually pointing you toward your potential. It's not a sign to shut down. It is a sign to rise. When you allow another woman's success to inspire instead of intimidate you, you actually activate your next level. Powerful women use comparison as fuel, not a weapon against themselves. So let's talk about why women compete and how to break the pattern. Let me be clear. Women aren't naturally competitive with each other. We've been taught to be. We've been conditioned by scarcity messaging, limited leadership models, cultural pressure to be the one, internalized expectations to stay small. But the reality is this: women rise faster when they rise together. Every major breakthrough I've had in my career happened because I was surrounded by elevated women, women who cheered me on, that did not push me down, women who shared resources, women who opened doors, women who weren't intimidated by other women shining. You cannot spend your life in rooms that dim your light and expect to live fully. You need expansiveness. You need support. You need sisterhood. And that is why environments that you choose matter. They shape your power. So I want to share a framework with you that is a signature framework for really stepping fully into your power. Here's how you become the woman who doesn't just shine, but turns up the lights for everyone around her. L stands for look within. Every evolution starts with awareness. I want you to ask yourself, where am I comparing? Where am I shrinking? where am I waiting for permission? And even more so, where am I denying my own brilliance? You can't elevate what you don't acknowledge. Up next is I, and it stands for Illuminate Others. Powerful women are not threatened by another woman's shine. They amplify it. They celebrate it. They support it. They share with one another. They uplift. They advocate for each other because they understand that spotlighting somebody else doesn't dim their own light. It actually strengthens the entire circle. Up next is G, give generously. Your gifts were meant to be shared. Give your wisdom, give your encouragement, give your voice, give your support. Generosity is a leadership strategy, one that builds influence, trust, and connection. H stands for hold the big vision. Your next level requires a vision bigger than where you are right now. When you hold your big vision, you make different decisions. You speak differently. You invest differently. You show up differently. And people respond to that type of energy. T is one of my favorites, and it's turn up your own light. And this is the piece that most women skip. You turn up the lights for everyone else around you, but you hesitate with your own. Turning up your own light means stepping truly into visibility. It means telling your story and not holding back. It means articulating your value and advocating for your worth. It means building your presence. It means letting yourself be seen and choosing to stop dimming for anyone. This is where identity shifts. This is where momentum happens. And this is where everything changes. And this is exactly where your updated, elevated spotlight messaging comes in. If you're listening right now and you're feeling that pull or that whisper that says, it's my time, I'm ready to be seen, then I want to introduce you to something incredibly special. It's called the Spotlight Experience, and it's designed specifically for the woman who is ready to turn up her own light in a powerful, elevated, and strategic way. Inside the Spotlight Experience, you'll receive a combination of personal brand strategy, visibility coaching, creative direction, and high-end content creation all in one place. You'll get gorgeous cinematic brand videos that position you as a leader, a luxury brand shoot so your visuals finally match the level you operate at, personalized coaching to elevate your confidence, clarity, and executive presence, strategic brand development to help you articulate your message with impact, and custom social media clips so you can stand out online with ease. Spotlight is where your identity, your message, your presence, and your positioning come into full alignment. It's for the woman who's done dimming her light. It's for the woman who is stepping into her next chapter. It's for the woman who is ready to shine unapologetically. And maybe the best part, you're surrounded by a community of ambitious, generous women who are committed to turning up the lights for themselves and for each other. So if you're feeling that nudge, trust it. The link is below. I want you to come put yourself in the room designed to elevate you. So let me leave you with this. When you turn up the light for others, you expand your capacity. But when you turn up the light for yourself, you change your life. So keep shining, keep rising, and keep surrounding yourself with women who celebrate you. And remember, I believe in you 1000%, and my goal is that you do too. See you next week. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode. I am so grateful that you are here. As always, please continue the conversation over on Instagram at Allison Walsh, and make sure that you check out all of our freebies. If you scan the QR code, if you're watching on YouTube, or check out the link in the show notes, it will take you to a page full of resources and trainings and things to help you go farther, faster. And that is always my intention, is to help you continue to grow. And as always, I believe in you 1000%, and my goal is that you do too. Take care, beautiful. I'll see you next time.